Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. As part of the spring wake up series, what you're looking at is an EZGO, I believe it's called a Workhorse when they have a bed on the back of it, 1995 vintage. Bought this from a friend of mine, right? He used to go to the Pocono Drag Lounge and set up kind of a car show, swap meet, all the above there. But eventually, as time passed, the people who owned the land didn't want to deal with that, so we didn't have too much use for it. Originally, it was a working golf cart at a golf course. I got the cage for it. I mean, it's set up so that, you know, as you're out doing whatever maintenance, you don't have trouble with getting hit by golf balls. Anyway, so I got this from him, and I had to put a starter into it, and you could kind of see a nice new starter there. I'm just taking a quick look to make sure nothing major is living under the hood. It's got the 2-cylinder Robin. I haven't used this since fall, and even then it was a while. So let me get the seat back in place. We'll climb into it, see if it'll start. One has to love it when you have to clear greenery off your vehicle before you could attempt to start. As you look at the switches, you can see they're boogered up a bit there. The starter doesn't run off the gas pedal. You got to kind of flick a little switch there. I'm just looking at the controls. Oh, this one, that's the choke, and I believe this is the starter. I think we're going with the fail. Let me go get some starting fluid. Okay, we got our starting fluid, our air cleaner. This is one of those vacuum style carburetors, right? If you don't have engine vacuum, right, the fuel pump, and it takes quite a while for it to get fuel through, so using a little let's put that in neutral. Using a little starting fluid's not a bad idea. There is gas in it. Back on the starter. Alright, so I don't know if it's not drawing or what its problem is. I'm going to give it another hoot of starting fluid and give it a try. Okay, so I tried it again and it did the same thing, and it doesn't appear as I'm drawing any gas through it. So the fuel filter looks pretty crispy also. I think I'm going to change it out. Then let's see what it wants to do. There's always at least one flat tire. I don't know if it's going to take air. Maybe. As long as those numbers are going up, that's a good sign. Nah. I don't think it's going to take air. Shoot, I'm going to have to at least jack it up and get the tire round again. Sweet success. Taking air. If it didn't, I would have had to put the tourniquet around it and see if that helps. And, you know, there's various things you can do. Let's pump this thing up to about 15. It will give me 13 when the air's not going in. And hopefully that'll be good enough squeeze a ride out of this thing. Yeah, that'll work. So you guys could say I put a new fuel filter on there. I had to go with the paper one because the mesh ones I had like eighth inch inlets instead of 1/4 inch, or however one phrases that. So I know there's gas going into the fuel pump because once again I primed it. So let's see if this puppy will start up. So it seems to be running. Right, we got the air filter on it. I checked the oil. I think I'm going to put the seat on it. We'll get all this junk out of the way and see if we can't get a ride. There we go. Okay, let's see how this thing does. Reverse. Minor crash. See if we go forward. There we go. Some of you guys like golf carts, some of you do not. I enjoy them. They're just fun. This one's geared down a little bit more than most, which is good. So it's a little slower. Supposedly the payload is 1,000 pounds. My buddy says he's loaded this thing up with gravel and it's given him no problem. It's taking it. Yeah, I just kind of want to get it out and rolling. Tell the bees to go nest somewhere place else. Move it around. You know, spring wake up for all this junk. You know, with a lot of this stuff, and I have enough stuff, that's for sure, you really want to get it started at least once a year. That way you can figure out if the tires have gone square, and if something moved into the engine that you really want to get out of the engine. You know, burn off some of the gas. This thing's obviously got a roof on it. By the way, what kind of camera are you guys using? This is a Hero 4. Generally speaking, I've been happy with it. By the way, this thing is also top heavy. I'm probably going to get back and realize that that seat and the other junk that's in the bed fell out. Anyway, generally speaking, for this Hero 4, I've been happy with it. My only complaint is it seems to be tough on batteries. It always, before I use it, I have to remember that I'm going to use it and charge it up. Because if not, it's not waiting for me. I'm kind of in a situation where the video goes on hold while I charge things up. Well, I didn't think the last cart fit very well. This doesn't fit very well either. Anyway, alongside or along the back of the house, I want to kind of line up some of this bigger stuff. Keep the grass cut low. Got to keep the guns tuned up. You guys know that, right? Boy, this thing doesn't fit anywhere. It does have a nice tight turning radius, which is good. So I'm happy to get this running. Kind of makes up a little bit for that Honda motor that I seized up on yesterday. That was just dumb on my part. Once again, I'm not sure where the oil went because I never started engine dry and it didn't seem to leak out. Unless it's possible that's been moved a couple of times. Maybe it leaked a little in a couple of other spots. I don't like leaking oil on the ground either. I have a well, and even if it doesn't get into my well, I don't want it to get into somebody else's well, right? Oil and water really don't mix. So, hope you guys are enjoying this. There's probably going to be 4 lined up along the back there. I don't think I could quite put this in place yet. I gotta get that mule out of the way. But we'll just put this right here for now. I gotta get the grass cut down. So I hope you guys enjoyed the ride. I want to thank you all for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Please remember, feet down, heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.